Marc Berman, just outside Atlantic City for NJ.com. Today, we're in the home of Joe Jerkins. The story begins when he was 9 years old. It was an early dismissal from school. Joe is leaving to go home. He's hit by a car. He's left paralyzed from the neck down. That's where the story begins. And with many people, that's where the story would have ended. But not with this young man. This kid is absolutely incredible. Meet Joe Jerkins. Joe. Wow, the unthinkable happened. But you didn't say, I'm giving up. You said, I'm going to do something with my life. What was your motivation at 9 years old?
Well, I came from a very gospel-oriented family, and I always learned about faith and how mentally strong you can be. I always thought that nothing in the world could ever let me quit on anything. A lot of heart, came from my family, from my grandfather to my dad to me. So really it was just about my family never ever letting me quit and never letting me stop on anything. I wanted to show the world what you can do at any time, no matter what your situation is. That was always my goal.
He's not kidding. Today, at 18 years old, this kid, he's 18. We can say kid. Can we say young man? Yeah, we can say young man. He's the CEO of a company that produces a comic book, and we're going to talk about that, a hip-hop record label, and a gospel record label. His partners in the record companies are his brothers and his father. But let's talk about the comic book, because this was something this was your dream. It's called The Animal. How did it begin?
Well, when I was 13, I was really struggling with the life that I had. I was living in a nursing home and I'm really depressed. So when a person like me is depressed, we escape into another world. And I thank God I was created enough to create one. So I was really into animals. I was really into superheroes because, you always wanted to be saved. So I decided, you know what, I'm going to make my own hero. I'll make a person that I can escape to, a world that I can escape to in my own mind.
So tell us about The Animal.
Well, animals, very typical superhero with a lot of twists and turns in the story. I like drama a lot, so I like to integrate it in everything that I do. So I was writing it when I was 13 years old, and it just developed into something that I think people will love and enjoy. I wanted to really give them something that they can really look to and escape into the world.
So you wrote the story, and the story is all yours. You went out and you got the services of an illustrator and then a publisher.
Yeah, well, I got a illustrator by the name of J.C. Grande in El Salvador, So it was really weird because I talked to a couple comic book companies, about launching it through them, and they all told me the same thing, that it was impossible. That word doesn't mean anything to me. So I went and I did it myself.
I'm telling you, he's on the move. Now, you talked earlier about the gospel influence. You were raised with this. This was your household. We're here in your home right now in Mays Landing, New Jersey. So you sat down with your dad and said, look, we have everything here. We have the recording studio. We have the production facilities. Let's move forward. Let's do it ourselves. Talk about it.
Well, I was inspired by my dad's music a lot. So I told him that he should really, really go after it. So he created a record label, Infinite One Records. And he decided to put me in charge of it. His first album's out right now, Do It For Christ. Very, very good music and very inspiring.
Charles Jerkins Sr. And you know, what he said is true because none of this could be possible without your faith, could it?
Uh, it's just the faith of God. You know, God makes me stronger and makes me possible and able to do everything that I do. He gave me a very, very business orientated mind, so I use it to the fullest.
I just want to say something. I want you to look into the camera. There are people out there that may be facing tough times, that may be against it. They may be really, really, really down on their luck. I want you to tell them that they don't have to give up.
Giving up should not be in your vocabulary at all. It's not an option. You push forward, you move forward with everything you do. God gives us all a tool belt with every tool in it that we need to accomplish anything that we want. But it's your job to pull those tools out and use them. I would encourage you to do so every single day of your life. Don't let anything stop you or get in your way. Anything tries to get in your way, just run it over. It doesn't matter. You go after what you want in life. That's the only thing that matters.
If you're going to listen to anybody, listen to him. Successful entrepreneur, never gave up. This is a story about inspiration, motivation, and Joe Jerkins. Marc Berman in Mays Landing, New Jersey for NJ.com.